Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Weplay Invitational quarterfinals. My name is Nature. I am joined by Zyraz, who is a little new to us here. This is theRED versus Karont3. Now, Zyraz is a challenger level player, and I heard you play for Team Property. So, welcome, Zyraz. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Looking forward to this best of 5. Hope to see some really good games.
Okay, that is good to hear. Thank you for the overlay fix, boss. Thank you very much. Okay, so we have got the bans coming in here quite quickly as Cassidin, Fiddlesticks, Renekton, Evelyn, Shyvana, and Dr. Mundo are being banned. Now, Dr. Mundo, of course, as well as the Shyvana and the Evelyn being quite dominant picks over the course of the introduction of the 3.14 patch. So, those are not really unexpected, I would call it.
No, it's pretty standard bans. theRED focusing free jungle potential top picks, which is telling me that they really want a good matchup for the top laner or the jungler. And he doesn't really play those champions, I suppose.
Yeah, that is quite a fair point to make, as Karont3 is now looking to pick up the very first champion for Karont3. Now, keep in mind that me and Zyraz are watching this from stream because unfortunately there were not enough spectator slots for both of us to spectate, so we are just going to have to watch from stream. That might mean there is a little bit of a delay in the voice of us that you hear from stream, and yeah, between what you see and what you hear, of course. Now, we do have the Shen pick coming in here for Corwin, and on the other side of theRED, we do have, of course, the Elise, and who would have expected it, the Lucian, such a dominant pick as well.
I'm a little bit surprised that K3 didn't go for Orianna's first pick, because they seem to like the Jarvan Orianna wombo combo, and I've also seen them play a lot of Malphite, but they choose to go for Shen instead. I don't know if he practiced Shen or if they wanted to take away it from theRED, but it's still a very strong first pick. He doesn't really have much counters right now.
Yeah, looking to put some of that global map pressure, if you will, into that team composition, as we do have the Lee Sin being picked up as well, and the Janna as well. Now, I have been told by, I believe it was Rapid, that he didn't really like Janna picks at this stage of the game, at this state of the game rather. So we're just going to have to find out how that is going to roll out. As on the other side, we do now have Domenico and Fires looking to pick up their champions, or the champions for their teams rather. Sona being hovered over here for Domenico, and Fires not quite having decided yet. Now, how would you think the Sona, or how does the Sona complement the Lucian, Zyraz?
Well, I don't think it has the best synergy, but Sona is just an overall really good support. She's got a heal, she got good harass in lane, and her ultimate is just amazing, obviously. I would rather see Annie or maybe a Fresh combined with Lucian, because they get really good synergy. Lucian pokes down and wears down the opponent, and then you can just go all in with Annie and line up those kills pretty easily, especially against Janna. She's so fragile early on.
Yeah, she certainly is. So the Jax being picked up there for the red team as well, the Russian team that is, of course, as right now Tremnek and Ekonators, if I am pronouncing that correctly, are looking to pick up the very last champions for their team. Now, I do think that the Jax works quite well in my experience with the Sona, because obviously you can jump in there with a counter strike on top of the crescendo, stunning up people for quite a long time in the end, and allowing your Lucian in this case to put out lots and lots of damage. So Tremnik, now, whoa, he just switched over to a Nivea, as Econator is actually locked in the Ashe. That is quite unexpected, as they lock in the Nivea as well. Maybe,
wow.
Maybe you can enlighten me in this case.
I wish I could, but I haven't seen Anivia in forever, so I'm really psyched to see her. It's been forever.
Yeah, that is, as I said, quite an unexpected pick right there. And we're just going to have to find out, I guess, how that is going to play out. As you said, the Anivia hasn't been a popular pick in ages. As right now, They Will Pay is looking to pick up the Nidalee, and as he switches it out to the Oriana, which might make Tremnek pay for what he chose to do. In the end, Anivia and Oriana do match up quite equally, I guess. But then again, I haven't seen them play against each other, these two champions, that is, in this latest patch. So, as I said, we're just going to have to find out.
Yeah, I really like K3's comp because they get Shen to split push and Lee Sin to make up for the weak early lanes that Ashe and Anivia has. He can roam and put his presence around the map, and they get a lot of disengage and wave clear while Shen just split pushes, and then they can just engage with Ashe Arrow and Shen ulti if they put Jax against Shen. I really like K3's comp.
Yeah, so do you like the K3 comp over the red comp, or is it just, or do you like them both equally to some extent?
It depends. Like, I think that K3 is gonna win if Lee Sin does a good job in making the lanes survive until mid game. And if he doesn't do his job, I think that the red is gonna win. The red is about snowballing, and I think K3 get the late game.
Yeah, so that is just going to be quite an interesting matchup, if you will. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back with the Red versus Karont3. The winner of this best of 5 series will face off against SK Gaming in the semifinals. So don't go anywhere, as we will be right back on the Rift. Drop.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Weplay Invitational quarterfinals against theRED against K3, and we're into the first game.
Yeah, so welcome ladies and gentlemen. This is, as Cyrus said, the very first game. We are on the Rift, and for some reason I did not see both teams' perspectives, but now I do, so that's good. As we might have a little bit of action going on here, as we do have Karont3 grouping up in that river bush, as we might have theRED finding Jim Bones out here. Oh, Fires might be in trouble, gets stunned up, takes a lot of damage, gets knocked up, is taunted, gets exhausted, will be forced to flash out, and he does manage to get out for now. They are trying to chase them down on the side of Karont3, however, do manage to land the Sonic Wave, but I don't think they will actually be trying to follow that one up.
That was pretty weird. Like, they saw Jims in that brush, so they know they were scouted, and they still went for that face check. And they ended up burning flash on Jax.
Yeah, so that is a victory for Karont3 there, I think, as Jax, as you said, was forced to burn his flash. Now he's heading in towards that bottom lane, so that means we are going to have a cheeky little lane swap here on the side of theRED. Now there is no lane swap on the side of Karont3, however, as their AD carry and support, or marksman and support, as I should call it nowadays, are sticking to the bottom side of the map. And look at this, we do have Econators trying to steal away the red buff here.
Very, very sneaky invade. And that's what you can do in this preseason right now, because there's not many wards out at the start of the game, so he just went all the way top, stayed there, so he saw that he wasn't being spotted, and he just took it completely for free. Really good play.
Alright, so another thing I found interesting here is that Fires is actually helping the Elise with their jungle path for now, as he takes a little bit of the extra experience as a result of that, so he can maybe get a little bit of extra gold compared to Corwin in the top lane on Shen in his 2 versus 1 lane. So we might have the Elise in trouble here as he gets knocked up, or as he gets followed up, and he will be able to get out of there with the flash, and he is forced to back away. Once again, as you said, sneaky invade there out of Econators.
Yeah, and he's trying to stick around and see if Elise would go the long way and try to get her golems or something, but she was very wise and recalled with very low health. But he keeps living in the jungle, and now he's going back to his blue, I would assume.
Yeah, that is indeed a logical assumption, I guess. As I was going to ask you how these 2 versus 1 lanes would end up. Would a Jax come out ahead here, or would a Shen be favorable in this situation?
I'd say Shen is a lot stronger in lane swaps because he has his shield and he can sustain and just farm from range, while Jax only has melee spells. And they also get a lot of kill potential, as you can see here. Lee Sin is coming in and he wants to taunt Sona here under the turret. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, so Corwin may be looking for a taunt here, as the Sona is of course the squishier target in this case. He might go and look for a taunt there. Doesn't quite manage to land a 2-man taunt, as the Monko was forced to flash out of it. Great flash though, and he will be able to survive.
Really good flash, and also really good dash by Lucian. He didn't even have to burn his flash.
Yeah, I think they were expecting that for a little while, because Corwin was looking for that taunt. Of course, the moment he broke ranks, if you will, with the minions, he just went straight for them, and that was quite a logical follow-up out of Econator, so they had to know he was there. Now, talking about Econators, he is heading towards that middle lane, so he might have they will pay in trouble here. On the Orianna, he will spot him out though, so that is not going to be any kind of trouble for him. And he will not be in any lethal, dangerous situation, sorry.
Yeah, I think Lee Sin is doing a pretty good job right now. He stole the red buff from Elise, so she's not that effective. She's 1 level behind him right now. And he's gonna get 3 buffs, and Elise is only getting 1. And he also burned the flash on Sona early, so he's putting a lot of pressure on the map and making sure that the team comp is getting into mid game as early as possible.
So that means that if Corwin hits his level 6 mark, they will probably try and exert as much pressure as possible. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, we do have Fierce stunning up gyms, but Ekinators is there. Fierce has to be really careful because the turret is on the verge of falling. Fierce is now being followed by Ekinators. Ekinators does manage to get the cripple off. Turret has fallen in the meantime. Fierce will be able to reach that safety on his turret, but he has given up the turret.
Yeah, and now they're going for Drake as a 4-man squad. Pretty standard play, but also really good. They haven't made a single mistake yet. And we can see that Elise and Orianna wants to fight this, but it's a 2-4-4 right now.
Yeah, did not quite manage to connect the cocoon, so no stun coming out of them. We do have, of course, the Orianna and the Elise standing by to maybe try and steal this one, but they are being a little bit too defensive for that. The Elise is a little bit too far away, and they do manage to steal it. The Elise going in there takes a lot of damage. Ekinators forced to flash out of there. He does manage to get the egg out of Neptuno, but it's not quite enough as the first blood goes over to Karont3. Now they are looking to follow up that one on They Will Pay. Fierce is there to intervene though, as he does block out the Sonic Wave, and he does, however, live to see another day. We did have the Mashke, if I am actually pronouncing that correctly, die though.
Yeah, really good pickup. They got Drake, turret, and also first blood on Ashe, which is really important. She went back and she already has BF sword.
So, however, on the red side, they are looking to put a whole lot of pressure on that top side of the map, as they are backing away for now. No one saw that Nixor as he did fail his reckless pursuit through the wall. Nobody saw that. And they are looking to back away. So they did know that, of course, Jimbones and Tremnek were heading towards them. So they were forced to back away, as Jimbones and Tremnek, of course, had the extra gold of the dragon. But they themselves had the turret to compensate for that. But then again, Jimbones and Tremnek had the turret as well.
And we're seeing Jax, he's still bottom, while they switched up their AD carry and support to top. And as you can see, both Sona and Lucian is going down to bot lane, and we see that Jax recalls, so they really want this lane switch to keep going.
Yeah, they really do not want to deal with that 2 versus 2 lane for now. Why would you say they do not actually want to deal with that 2 versus 2 lane for now?
I'm a little bit confused because Jax had an experience advantage over Shen, and Jax, as we see a pause coming in, but Jax power spike is from level 6, and it just keeps going. He keeps going, getting stronger all the time, and if he can survive the early levels against Shen, he's gonna outscale him really hard. So I really wanted to see him keep laning bottom against Shen, and they put the Lucian and Sona in top lane to 2v2 Ashe.
Yeah, so I guess that is a logical explanation, if you will. Now, as you said, there is a little bit of a pause, as we did have the Monko on the side of the red disconnecting, so he will probably be right back, and then we can continue this game. Now, I would say K3 has a little bit of an advantage in this game, but then again, I tend to miss things, as we do have the Monko coming back into this game. Would you say K3 has got a definite advantage, or is it extremely easy for the red at this point to turn it around?
I think they have to make some sort of play, because the top turret is falling really fast, and they're gonna get behind a lot. They're already almost 2k behind, so I think they need to make a play. Elise is top, and they can make something happen right now.
Yeah, but however, Elise is not really heading towards that top lane, as they do have Fierce right there standing by to defend that middle turret. Jimbones on the Ashe proving to be quite well proficient at using the Ashe in this particular situation. Corwin, meanwhile, in the bottom lane, once again being forced to deal with Nixor and the Monko. Now, of course, this time around we do have the Monko and Nixor in the bottom lane. The other time when Jimbones and Tremnek were in the bottom lane, they managed to secure a dragon off of it. Dragon is not quite here, as we do see Akinators actually joining the party, if you will, in that bottom lane. Demonko and Nixar once again managed to get out of it, not getting what was it again? Taunted up, and they will continue their farming.
Yeah, and I think that K3 just keep snowballing this game, as we see an arrow coming into bot lane.
Oh yeah, that might prove troublesome. Sona getting hit, getting taunted up. That is going to be real dangerous. Crescendo comes out. Econator's getting forced back, but he is not quite done yet. Demonko trying to follow, trying to get away. Gets Dragon's Rage out of this world, as Econators might be in trouble himself now, as we do have the Elise coming in here. Decides against doing anything fancy here in the end, as we do have Jim Bones coming in here as well. Sonic Wave was hit, but he didn't quite follow up on that in the end. Colin comes out. Oh, Corin might be in trouble, but he doesn't die in the end.
Wow, that was an amazing Ash arrow. Like, it landed from across the map on the Sona without flash, and it was a really nice pickup.
Yeah, brilliant Ash arrow indeed. As in that middle lane there, will pay right now has picked himself up that blue buff, and Fira's back away. He was sitting on quite a little bit of gold. Picks himself up a Vampiric Scepter and some boots, so he will be a little bit of lifesteal in there. Now we will be seeing that 2 versus 2 lane in action for the very first time this game, as Demonko and Nixar are looking to face off against Jim Bones and Tremnek. However, Dimashka is maybe trying to look for a cocoon here on either Jim Bones or Tremnek, but decides against it in the end, and well, they're just going to have to deal with it on the side of red here.
I would say it's a little bit worrying for the red that Anivia is free farming and no one's putting effort to stop her. Anivia's strength is to wave clear, wave after wave, especially with the blue buff. And they also have a Shen to split push. It's gonna be a really big problem.
Ooh, they will pay getting hit by the Sonic Wave. No resonating strike coming out in the end, because he was under the safety, under the protection, if you will, of his turret, as we do have Tremnek joining the fray as well. So that means we might see a little bit of a dive coming out here on the other side. However, red is looking to defend this one with all of their members. Ash Arrow coming in once again. It gets cleansed out by the they will pay a beautiful wall, and they will be managing to get out of there in the end, as Econators might be looking for a pick here from the side, and Stand United is available on Corbin, so he will be able to use that anytime when a team fight erupts in mid.
Really good Anivia play right there. I really like that wall sealing in. I think Oriana had to burn his cleanse from the Ash Arrow as well.
Yep.
And they're looking for an engage from the side. Oriana's coming in.
Oh, Flash getting burned by Neptuno, as we did have the cocoon coming out there, out of the Mashka. Now, Nixor taking a lot of poke because of those Ash, the Ash frost arrows, if you will. As meanwhile, Chef is actually getting all the time he needs to make something happen in that top lane. That means someone is going to get someone is going to get over there, and meanwhile that middle lane, that leaves them open to a whole lot of vulnerable situations, as of course Corwin can join the party at any time he wants. Now Karont3 looking for a dragon here.
Yeah, and it's gonna be really hard for... Oh, what a nice wall.
Yeah, Dimashka getting forced out of there. Crescendo doesn't quite connect, but the shockwave does, however. That will suck in 3 people, but it doesn't quite get lethal yet, as we do have Neptuno trying to force Dimashka out of there. They are looking to finish off this dragon, but there are 3 members closing in on them very fast. Jim Bones gets knocked up, or gets stunned up rather, as we do have 3 members getting knocked up on the side of the red. Stand United comes out. Dimashka might be in trouble here as he's within the team. Dragon goes over to K3, as they are now looking to finish off. Demonko is in real trouble. He goes down, as they will pay looking to be in trouble as well, as he gets split off of his team. Corin trying to follow that one up. They will pay. Beautiful flash coming out of him, as he has that ignite ticking on him. Econators goes down on the side of Karont3. Corin trying to get out of there. He has that ignite ticking on him. He won't quite fall yet, I believe, as Karont3 right now is in a dangerous situation, getting forced out of there. They did get the dragon, but in the end it was a 1-for-1 trade, I believe.
I think Janna died as well. I think it was 1 for 2, but they lost Drake for it.
Yeah, so that was a 1 for 2 in the end. Sorry about that. For in the favor of the red, sorry, and they will now be picking up a tower on top of that. So that is quite a good trade, if you'd ask me. They do manage to well, close out a little bit of a gold discrepancy in the end, but they are still 3,000 gold behind, so not an ideal situation in any case.
Yep. And they're gonna go with a counter push right here. Nivea clears waves so fast, and this turret is gonna take a lot of damage.
Yeah, that turret is going to be in real trouble. I don't see that surviving any way, shape, or form. And they will just be backing away right after that, and as they do manage to extend their gold lead, of course, because of that turret. And I don't think they are actually done pushing this lane, or never mind that, as they are looking to gift over that blue buff to Neptuno, and maybe make a move right after that.
Really nice controlled pace of the game from K3 right now. It seems like they're forcing whatever they want to and making the red play by their rules.
Yeah, so what would you say the K3 is going to do after... sorry, what would be their next move at this point?
Well, they need to counter push. They need to take this turret in bottom lane, the first one. As you can see, Lucian and Zone is pushing really hard to try to get it.
Yeah, so they might indeed be looking for that. Indeed, sorry. As we do have Ekinators getting spotted out by Ward. G-Bones might be in trouble here, as there are 3 members, or 2 rather, of the red team heading for him. Now they do know Ekinators is there, of course. Ekinators does know he has been spotted out as well, so he will not be trying anything sneaky here, or will he? Because we do have the shockwave coming in mid. Neptuno getting locked up. He will be going down, or will he? Because the monsoon comes out. Yamaska trying to follow up on that one. Neptuno somehow survives, as Ekinators and Trimdeck are now desperately trying to defend him. Neptuno not quite going down for now, as he does use the ultimate. Gets stunned up once again. Volatile Spider comes out, but he doesn't die this time either, and he does manage to survive to see another day here. But Ekinators might be looking for a pick here along the sides, as we do still have Corwin in that bottom lane and has not used his Stand United quite yet, as Nixar might be in trouble here. He uses the Relentless Pursuit to get through the wall, and he will be safe for now.
I can't believe Anivia survived that. It was so close. All those shields kept her alive barely. And as you can see, Shen is just split pushing his side lane all the time, and this is exactly what K3 wants to do.
Yeah, Dimashka might be in trouble here though, as he gets knocked back by the ultimate. Jimbone's getting Stand United on himself. Red might be in trouble here, or will they? Because they do manage to slow 4 members of the red team with the dissonance. Dimashka still in trouble, doesn't have any mana, so he won't be able to make something happen here. And meanwhile, we do have Tremnik falling in the jungle. Ekinators still trying to follow up on the Elise. Corwin desperately trying to get out of there. Elise going down in the meantime, and that means that it is a 1-for-1 trade. And I'm not too sure who was favored in this situation particularly.
Well, I would pick a kill on the jungler for a support any day.
Yeah, that is a fair point to make indeed. As right now Red looking to put some pressure on towards K3, but K3 has so much crowd control with that wall, of course, and then again the glacial storm, so they will not be getting caught anytime soon. They will be backing away as Neptuno is sitting on almost 2,000 gold. So he might just be sticking around to defend this turret, but that might just be really dangerous for him.
It's so hard to push against Anivia, as you can see. She has clears the wave instantly and they have to back off.
Yeah, it is indeed a non-ideal situation for the red to push turrets against the Anivia. So Anivia backing away here, picks himself up a Rod of Ages, and is going to be making him a little bit more tanky, of course, and of course give him that extra ability power to the extent that he will need that. Meanwhile, Corwin has picked himself up a Sunfire Cape, so he's going to be that much more effective in split pushing. That means of course, he is going to be so much more of a threat to the red team in the meantime while he is split pushing.
I think he's gonna go for Spirit Visage right after this, and he clears the wave so fast with Sunfire Cape. As you can see, he's moving down because he doesn't have ultimate, and the Drake is spawning right now. Looks like it's gonna be a free Drake for the red.
Yeah, it has been spotted out by K3 though, so they might be looking to make something happen here. Does manage to get in the end. Econator's that is, and he gets out smooth, extremely smooth with the safeguard. And they will just be backing away. We do have Corwin. Oh, the Ash Arrow comes in. Fierce gets caught up. And we do have a beautiful taunt coming in on Demon. He did get a good crescendo off, but it is not quite enough as it's a two-man shockwave coming down on Corwin. Corwin will almost instantly bite the dust, as right now Nixor is trying to follow up. Jim Bones in real trouble, gets shot down by the Fang sinking in. Now Dimashka now trying to follow up on Neptuno, as Neptuno is getting chased down by them. Neptuno trying to get out of there desperately. This is a 3-4-1 for now, and Neptuno does manage to reach the safety of his turret. And we do still have here Econatus maybe looking for a pick around the side. Does manage to land the Sonic Wave. Will he be following up here? It is 1 versus 4. Oh, Neptuno in real trouble. Does get the Glacier Storm off, and eggs being popped, and he will not be coming out of there alive.
Yeah, finally they shut down Anivia. She's been living for way too long.
Oh, Ignators has got that stand united on him for now, as we do still have the, once again have this Sonic Wave and Resonating Strike coming out of Ignators. Beautiful taunt once again, shut down on They Will Pay, and the Relentless Pursuit doesn't quite get Nixor over the wall here, as Corin might be looking to land another taunt here. Nixor taking a lot of damage, getting stunned up. Ignators coming around the side, as he doesn't quite manage to land the Resonating Strike. It does manage to land the taunt on Dimashka, however. Dimashka will be coming down in the exact same spot, as we do have the Talisman of Ascension being used. Dimashka desperately trying to get away, but I don't see him coming out of this alive.
Really nice. I really like the Shen ultimate to get back into the fight, and they could clean up.
Yeah, so in the end, I believe it was something like a... it's really hard to say, I guess. A 3-4-3, maybe like something like that in the end. And I feel like Karont3 came out ahead in the end, especially because they got the dragon.
Yeah, that Drake steal though, it was perfect. Perfect timing.
Yeah, really good execution of the Resonating Strike safeguard combination, if you will, intertwined with the smite. As for now, we do have a little bit of a lull in this game. Now, I was wondering once again what would be the next step of either team in this particular situation, Cyrus.
Well, I still think that the red should group up and try to go for that bottom turret. They have really nice wards around the dragon area, so they can force a fight around there, I would say. And as for K3, I would like to see Shen split pushing that bottom lane, and they could get control over the Baryon area and try to go for a pickoff.
Yeah, that is indeed. That might just be what both teams need, as we do have a little bit of a support war going in near that Baron area, as in the end Tremnek will win that one by clearing out the pink ward. They do know, however, of course, those wards are there on either side of the map, on either team. And we do have Fyrus getting caught by Ignators, doing as much damage as he can, but I'm not too sure he can actually fight this one, so he might be careful here. He might want to be trying careful here, at least. As Ignators maybe looking for a good insect maneuver here. As we do have the red staying at a safe distance. Ignators not really looking for a two-man shockwave coming in. Culling being channeled, but it doesn't quite do as much damage as Nixor might have wanted to. So no casualties just yet, as K3 not giving up this push yet either. Ignator sitting on a ward, so he's going to take a little bit of damage because of the dissonance. And well, the sieging continues.
Yeah, they can just keep sieging forever. They get the disengage and they get the poke, and Ash is just wearing down the turret with Janna shield.
That is indeed a fair point. Crescendo whiffs, as does the Cocoon, so they will not be getting a pick out of that. Karont3 will be backing away, but they do know, however, Crescendo is on cooldown now, so they might be trying to capitalize off of that. On the other hand, we do have Karont3 heading towards the top lane, or Neptuno rather, as he will be picking up a whole lot of creep score there. Karont3, or Red rather, looking to capitalize on that for themselves by pushing in that middle tier 2 turret. Karont3 gets caught, gets a lot of damage on himself. Ash Arrow comes out on Fearos. Fearos gets taunted up under the turret, is first to clench. Nixor getting knocked back by the Dragon's Race, will fall almost instantly. Karont3 now looking for more blood rather, as they are looking to try and chase down Fearos here. Doesn't quite get stunned up, but he does get hit by the resonating strike. Fearos taking a lot of damage. Resonating strike will be hitting once again as he goes down. That is 4-0, and this is looking to be disastrous for the Red.
That was just, I don't know what to say. Like, Lee Sin did another perfect play. He hasn't made a single mistake as far as I'm concerned so far in this game. The Red tried to go for a counter push when K3 backed off, but it didn't have any crescendo, and they didn't even have shockwave. As you can see, Orianna has it up, so they should. I don't think they should have gone for that push. It was a pretty weird decision.
Yeah, well, from my perspective, I would have done I might have done the same, because I do not know, of course, how I would fare in this exact situation. But then I did see the Anivia in the top lane, so that might have been a good situation to engage in that middle lane. But in the end, it wasn't, and Karont3 will extend their lead by taking out the dragon here.
Yeah, they're just extending their lead over and over. And as you can see, they have 2 wards in the mid lane right now. And I think it's because they want to engage with Ash Arrow. If they see someone slightly out of position, they can just Ash Arrow and instantly kill that person, because they have really good catching potential. As you can see, Shen I think he's just going to stay top forever now. He's really strong, and I don't think Jax can deal with him.
Yeah, and Jim Bones' aim on that Ash Arrow is proven to be spot on this entire game, as I don't think he has actually missed one yet. So if he does manage to connect that once more, which he probably will, that is going to be horrible for that person in particular, as he said. Now K3 maybe looking to put a little bit of pressure in that middle lane, as Neptuno has started pushing that, and as we stressed earlier, that is going to be really painful for they pay if he gets locked up here. He gets forced to cleanse. Good pickup of the cleanse there, to be honest, and he will be able to get out of there. Maybe pick up himself a blue buff here, but that might be dangerous as well, as Karont3 is looking to close in here, as we do not have Ekinators picking up the the blue buff. In the end, Ekinators might be spawning out. They will pay here as he gets locked up by the Ash Arrow. They will pay in real trouble. Good wall once again. Dimashka getting forced to flash out of there. 2-man crescendo comes out, but whoa, 3-man shockwave in the end coming out as well. As we do have, they will pay falling in the end. Dimashka going down as well. And Jimbo's now desperately trying to get out of there, as he will be able to survive in the end. That is 13-7. And once again, K3 looking deadly.
And meanwhile, they were fighting. Shen was just waiting on his ultimate and pushing up the bottom wave. So they have a really big wave to take down the turret with.
Yeah, that is not ideal for the Red either, as they are now looking to take down this very first inhibitor turret of the game. Stun coming down on Demonko as he gets taunted up, and he will surely be going down here. There's no surviving of this, or is there? Because he does manage to survive in the end, so he will be looking to heal up, as they do manage to take the turret, but they will pay. Hazard join the party. Talisman of Ascension comes out of K3, and they will be, well, making a safe escape there.
Yeah, and there you can see the power of the disengage in Anivia. She just lays down the stun and walls off the path that they try to walk, and they just all get out completely safe, not even have to blow any summoner spells.
Yeah, that is an extremely good pickup, as we do see the Talisman of Ascension being picked up more and more, opposed to the Runic Shield, I believe it was called. I've actually forgotten the name because we don't see that anymore. I'm so pro. As in the meantime, once again, there you have it. Karont3 rotating over towards that top lane to start pushing that one. And And that is going to have to force anyone at all from that red team, of course, to come over there and, well, deter him from continuing any further than that turret, because that is going to be dangerous as well for them.
Yeah, and as you can see that they were waiting on the side in the mid lane and try to get a pick on Ashe, but they have a ward in the lane, which is really smart, and I don't think that the red expects this, so they're just walking around blindly in the lane right now over the ward.
Yeah, that is an extremely smart decision out of Karont3 right there. Now Corwin backing away as he has pushed that lane. Fares and Demonco rather will be heading over there to stop him from pushing any further. Now Corwin has been spotted out by Fares. Fares looking to put some damage on him. Now Fares is out damaging Corwin to a real large extent, if you will. We do have Dimashka heading over there. Corwin might be in trouble, but I do think he'll be getting away, or will he, because a cocoon connects. Corwin is really tanky though, so he'll probably be walking away out of this safely.
Yeah, Jax doesn't look too interested in fighting, and Shen he keeps toying with these guys. He still has flash up, and his team is trying to get the bottom in him meanwhile, so he's doing a really good job.
Yeah, Neptuno walling away, they will pay there, so he cannot get in range to land maybe a shockwave or such. Meanwhile, Shen still keeping those guys busy. Diamonco just gets abolished right there. Yeah, it's that ward even, as right now Jimbo's might be in trouble. Monsoon comes out, that will deter Nixor from getting in there. Fares trying to get in there as well, but he gets forced out of there in the end. And Nixor right now trying to deter K3 from taking that inhibitor, but to be honest, I don't see him doing that in the end.
Yeah, and yeah, they're gonna get this inhib. Really nice play. They're playing pretty much perfect at this point.
Yeah, real good execution out of Corwin there as well, who was just, well, as you said, toying with Fares and Dimashka to deter them from, or stop them even from getting over there towards the K3 team, to stop them from taking that inhibitor. So they do manage to get the inhibitor in the end. I believe they might just try and push another lane besides that bottom lane to put some pressure, to put some more pressure even on the red team. But I would see them take the Baron as well. What would you say here, Cyrus?
Well, this is as we can see that Shen, they're trying to go for Shen, but he's just gonna taunt over the wall. Where is he? Yeah. They get a really perfect opportunity to force Baron right now, because the bottom inhib is gone and Shen can just split push and push up the wave forever.
Yeah, we do have an engage here coming out though, as Jim Bones is trying to stop the red team from chasing them down. We did not quite have the crescendo landing, so that is another Wisp crescendo. Dimashka might be in trouble as a Talisman of Ascension comes out. Fares jumping out of there. Sonic Wave connecting. Will Akinators be landing that insane maneuvers? Wildstar, or Nixor rather, being forced to cleanse out of there. Fares in real trouble. Neptuno is in trouble as well though. We do have two members of that red team going down almost instantly. They will pay reinforce the cleanse as well. Double kill here coming in for the Ashe, as they will probably be taking down that inhibitor as a result of that. And we do have another double kill right there for Neptuno, and this is not looking good at all for the red.
Yeah, I think they're gonna finish the game actually. They have 4 down, only Oriana is up right now.
Oriana might be looking to make something happen here though. This is 1 versus 4, and as you said, that is not ideal for an Oriana at all. And they will be looking to maybe finish off this game, as they are looking to push out bottom lane as well. A whole lot of minions pouring in this basin right now, but we do have respawn timers ticking down very quickly. Here comes They Will Pay. Does land the dissonance on Neptuno, as he doesn't quite manage to land the stun himself. Neptuno does survive in the end. We do have the Will Pay going down. Jimbo's now trying to get away as he's being chased down by 3 members of that red team. Great Dragon's Rage kick out of there as Trebnek goes down in the process. And we do have, oh wow, once again, the Lucian going down, and this Nexus is surely going to go down. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Karont3 taking the very first game in this best of 5 series. They are 1 step closer to facing off against SK.
Yeah, just perfect play in general by K3. They made their picks work. They sieged the turrets like they should have, and Shen was split pushing. It was just perfect play, not much to say about that.
Yeah, so in the end, we were a little bit surprised of the Anivia pick, but they made it work, so no real worries there. I'm maybe looking forward whether they are actually going to pick that one up the next game as well, but we're just going to have to see. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back with game number 2 with Karont3 and theRED.